Archangel Michael says this isn't a game. After 2 hours of spiritual warfare, a private investigator has been exposed and the information involves you. Open it quickly before it vanishes. Do not blink right now. This isn't the start of another story. This is the moment you've been circling unknowingly for months, and now the curtain has lifted. The air around you feels heavier because something rare has just been uncovered. A private investigator who has been moving in shadows for 2 hours of intense spiritual warfare has been caught red-handed. Every file, every hidden note, every whispered truth that was kept from you is now trembling on the edge of exposure. Archangel Michael speaks through the invisible corridors of your life. This isn't a game. While you were doubting yourself, heaven was moving pieces. While others were busy constructing lies, the truth was being written in lightning across your name. I have stood over your story, sword drawn, breaking codes, shattering veils, and tonight the veil is torn. His voice is not loud but unstoppable. It rolls over you like light breaking through a storm. Stay with me. Stay absolutely present. This is not the moment to drift, this is the moment to listen. For 2 hours the realms of light have been wrestling with the realms of deception, and now the evidence that concerns you is in Michael's hands. He is not accusing you. He is not frightening you. He is delivering to you what was hidden, like a sealed envelope that only your fingerprints can open. Look at the scene as if you're inside a movie: dark corridors of information, secret meetings, files stamped, confidential. In one corner, an investigator thinking you'd never see behind the curtain. In another, an angelic figure, radiant, unblinking, holding back a flood until the right moment. And now, this is that moment. What was whispered about you, what was written about you, what was documented about you, it is coming into your hands not as scandal but as clarity. Archangel Michael bends close again, his words low and steady. Child of light, you were not meant to live in confusion. You were not meant to carry shadows that are not yours. Heaven has permitted me to intercept this plot, to bring you what was hidden. It is not to scare you. It is to empower you. The information involves you because the truth has chosen you. His words move like a river under your skin, and something in you knows he is not exaggerating. Do not look away. Every second you remain here, another layer of fog burns off your story. The investigator thought they were untouchable, but their hands were traced, their steps were marked, their intentions recorded. Michael's sword is not of steel but of light, and that light has cut open the hidden room where your name was being held. It is not a room of punishment but of retrieval. This is why you're hearing this now. You are about to reclaim a piece of yourself that was quietly taken. This is why the angel speaks, so that when the information reaches you, you will stand tall instead of shaken. This is why the message says, open quickly before it vanishes, because this window is not about fear but about timing. Some moments are simply appointments written in eternity, and you are standing inside one right now. Imagine the files burning in a blue fire of revelation, the lies crumbling into ash, the truth walking toward you with open hands. Imagine the investigator's mask falling, their hidden channels exposed, and behind it all, a quiet but unstoppable assurance: you are protected, you are seen, you are not in the dark anymore. Archangel Michael finishes the message: stay awake. Stay present. Receive what is yours. This is not a threat. This is a transfer. You are being handed clarity. The information you are about to see will not harm you. It will free you. And when you hold it, you will finally understand how watched over you have been this whole time. Now breathe. The scene dissolves, but the clarity remains. You haven't lost anything. You're about to gain everything. Stay right here. Don't move away. What is unfolding right now has never been spoken to you before. The air around you carries weight because something has just shifted in your favor. Archangel Michael is standing closer than ever, and his words strike like thunder yet feel like a whisper only you can hear. This isn't coincidence, he says, this is alignment. The information that was buried has surfaced because heaven demanded it. The one who thought they could investigate you secretly has now been investigated themselves. Every hidden step, every silent recording, every stolen detail, all of it has been exposed in the light of truth. The vision becomes clear. Imagine a great table where secret files were stacked against you, sealed, hidden, meant to never reach your eyes. Now those very files are sliding across the table into your hands. The locks fall open without keys, the ink glows with divine fire, and suddenly what was hidden becomes yours to see. Breathe deep and stay with me, because this moment is not random. It's been crafted for you. The investigator thought they had the upper hand, but Archangel Michael laughs at their plans. For 2 hours the war was fierce, lies against truth, shadows against light, deception against revelation, and the light won. You are hearing this because you are meant to rise out of confusion and step into knowledge. Michael leans closer again. Do not underestimate what you are about to hold. This isn't gossip. This isn't rumor. This is proof. It involves you because it belongs to you. And when truth belongs to you, nothing can erase it. The atmosphere shifts. You can almost hear papers turning in heaven, seals breaking, and angels moving like rushing wind to carry clarity into your story. What they are bringing is not meant to crush you, but to strengthen you. What they are placing in your hands is not weight, but wings. Picture this clearly, a courtroom without walls, where lies collapse and truth stands unshakable. A private investigator, once hidden, now uncovered. Their plans crumble like dry leaves. And in the center stands Archangel Michael, sword raised, declaring your name with authority. This child walks in light. This child will not be deceived. Stay present. Don't let your mind wander. Every line spoken here is designed to hold you until the end because this is your moment of revelation. The information that was meant to vanish is secured now. It cannot be deleted. It cannot be erased. It is being delivered into your awareness, and it will free you. Archangel Michael closes this part with fire in his tone. Remember, this is not a game. You are chosen to see this. What heaven reveals to you today will shift the way you look at yesterday, and it will prepare you for tomorrow. Do not fear it. Embrace it. This is your divine right. The message ends but the echo remains. You are seen, you are covered, you are standing in truth. Stay right where you are. Do not let your attention break. The next words are not for the crowd, they are for you alone. Archangel Michael has been speaking, and now the scene widens. What was once hidden in shadows is being projected in light so bright that no lie can survive inside it. The private investigator's mask has fallen. They thought they were invisible, but heaven traced every move. Imagine their hands flipping pages of secret notes, their whispers traveling through closed doors, their eyes scanning details they thought no one would ever see. Now imagine all of it frozen mid-air, exposed, suspended before heaven's judgment, and redirected straight to you. Michael's voice cuts through. This is the hour of unveiling. You feared you were being overlooked, but every second you were being observed from above. You thought your truth would remain buried, but the sword of light has sliced through the soil. What belongs to you has returned. Stay with me until the very end. Don't move. Because every second you remain here, more of the fog dissolves, more of the puzzle comes together. This isn't about revenge, it's about restoration. It's not about exposing for scandal, it's about exposing for freedom. And freedom is exactly what is being delivered into your story now. Picture the investigator's files glowing with golden fire. Each page they tried to hide is now turned by an unseen hand. Each line they wrote is being read aloud in the courts of heaven, and every lie collapses as soon as the truth appears. What they meant to use against you has now become evidence for your protection. Archangel Michael steps forward, closer than before, and his tone is unshakable. Listen carefully. You are not a victim of secrets. You are the heir of revelations. What is unfolding here is not by human hands but by divine order. You will walk with clarity. You will rise with confidence. You will not bow to confusion again. The moment is alive. You can feel the shift in your chest. This isn't imagination, it's confirmation. The air around you thickens with presence, and suddenly you realize, heaven is closer than your doubts, Michael is nearer than your fears, and the truth is stronger than every shadow that tried to block your path. Stay till the end. Because the climax has not yet arrived. What you are about to hear in the next part will not just reveal the investigator, it will reveal why your name was written in the files in the first place. The answer is greater than you expect. Michael's final words for this part carry fire. Hold your ground. Do not let go. What is being delivered to you cannot vanish now. The truth has chosen you, and it will not leave you empty-handed. The message pauses, but the echo still rings. Light has entered your story, and nothing can switch it off. Do not look away now. You have reached the point where the story shifts from exposure to revelation. The investigator's cover has been blown, the files have been pulled into light, but the deeper truth is still waiting to be unveiled, and this is where Archangel Michael speaks with a fire that cannot be ignored. Stay alert, he says, his voice rolling like thunder across your soul. Because what was written in those files was never about destroying you, it was about identifying you. The reason your name was hidden there is because heaven's mark on your life was too bright to be denied. The very people who thought they were investigating you were, without knowing, documenting the proof of your destiny. Imagine this: every secret note, every confidential record, every whispered conversation in hidden corners, all of it is being rearranged, not as evidence against you, but as a testimony for you. The lies are dissolving like dust in the wind, but the truth stands firm, glowing like an unshakable pillar. Stay with me. Don't let your mind wander. The room of heaven is alive with activity right now. Angels are flipping through those records, tearing out pages that do not belong, and sealing them with fire. And in the center stands Michael, his sword lifted high, declaring, "This child's destiny is sealed." No investigator, no shadow, no scheme can erase what has been written in divine ink. The atmosphere thickens. You can almost feel the rush of wind as wings move across your story. You realize that the spiritual warfare of 2 hours was not random, it was heaven's army fighting to secure your breakthrough. And the victory is now resting in your hands. Listen carefully, because this moment is the turning point. You are no longer the observed, you are the chosen. You are no longer the one investigated, you are the one elevated. The shift is not coming tomorrow, it is happening right now, in this very second. Michael speaks again, his tone softer but more piercing. Do not fear what is revealed. The truth does not come to weaken you. It comes to strengthen you. Every detail that was once buried will now serve as the foundation for your rise. You will not stumble over it. You will stand upon it. Stay right here. Don't scroll, don't break focus. Because what follows next will open the sealed reason why your name was tied to this investigation in the first place. And when you hear it, your perspective of everything you endured will change forever. The angel's final words for this part vibrate like golden bells in your chest. Hold on. You are about to understand why heaven fought so hard for you. The greatest revelation has not yet been spoken. The message fades, but the anticipation burns stronger. You are standing on the edge of the unveiling. Stay exactly where you are, because what is about to be revealed will make sense of everything you've heard until now. The story is not slowing down, it is only rising higher, pulling you deeper into the truth that was hidden behind closed doors. Archangel Michael's presence burns brighter, and his voice carries across the invisible space like fire that refuses to die. The investigator thought they were gathering evidence against you, but in reality, they were unlocking doors you never knew existed. Every note they scribbled, every report they compiled, every detail they tried to hide, heaven has now turned it into a map that leads back to you. Picture it clearly. A giant board covered in threads, photographs, and scattered details. At first it looks chaotic, but as the pieces come together, every string points to your name glowing at the center. The moment you realize this, the heaviness lifts, because it was never about accusation, it was always about confirmation. Stay with me until the end. Don't let your attention break. Because the deeper truth is this: the files that once carried shadows now carry your future. What was designed to confuse you has now been transformed into clarity. What was meant to bury you has become the very soil for your rise. Michael steps forward again, closer than ever. Listen carefully. The reason your name appeared in those secret documents is because heaven marked you long before earth noticed you. Your destiny carries a weight so undeniable that even those in darkness could not ignore it. And now, instead of using it to harm you, heaven has flipped the script. They expose themselves trying to expose you. The vision sharpens. Imagine doors swinging wide open that were locked for years. Imagine sealed boxes breaking open, spilling treasures that belong only to you. Imagine the investigator standing stunned as their own notes testify in your favor. This is not imagination, this is revelation. Stay right here, because the scene is still unfolding. The 2 hours of spiritual warfare were not wasted, they were the battle that cleared your path. And now that path is illuminated, lined with angels who refuse to let you stumble again. Michael's final words for this part strike with undeniable authority: you are not on trial. You are on display. What was hidden is now your testimony. What was buried is now your crown. This is not the end of the story, it is the unveiling of your true chapter. The air settles, but the echo remains. You are standing at the threshold of the greatest reveal yet, and the next moment will explain why heaven fought so fiercely for your name. Don't move. Don't let your focus break now, because what is opening in front of you is the very reason Archangel Michael has been speaking since the beginning. The surface details are gone, now we go deeper, where the truth carries weight and light cannot be denied. Michael stands tall, his sword glowing with fire, his wings stretching wide across the unseen realm. His voice comes steady, unshakable. For 2 hours, the battle was fierce, but the outcome was already written. The investigator thought they were searching for you, but in reality, heaven was using them to reveal what was hidden. They were unknowingly shining a spotlight on the destiny that belongs only to you. Picture this: a table where scattered files once looked like weapons. Now those same papers begin to rearrange themselves, sliding into a perfect order. Lines connect, names disappear, shadows dissolve. At the center of it all, your name glows brighter, no longer surrounded by accusation but wrapped in divine confirmation. Stay here until the end. Do not blink. This is where everything begins to make sense. The investigation wasn't about your failure, it was about your chosen identity. The evidence was not collected to bring you down, it was collected to prove that heaven's hand was always on you. Michael steps closer, his voice lowering to a whisper that still carries thunder. This is why I told you, this is not a game. Every page turned, every secret tracked, every attempt to erase you, I intercepted it. And now, I place the truth in your hands. You are not the target. You are the heir. You are not the suspect. You are the testimony. Imagine it now, the investigator, once bold in shadows, now silent in the light. Their work, instead of condemning you, becomes the very proof that elevates you. What was meant to vanish has been preserved. What was meant to harm you has transformed into a shield. What was meant to hide has now been declared in the open. Stay locked with me, because the story has not yet reached its peak. The next layer will explain not only what was uncovered, but why heaven chose this exact moment to reveal it. This timing is not random. It is divine. Michael's final words in this part echo like a bell across eternity: hold fast. The revelation is not finished. You will understand soon that the very battle you thought was against you has been fought for you. The scene quiets, but the promise burns stronger. The truth is no longer hidden. And the greatest unveiling is still ahead. Stay right here, don't let your attention drift. What unfolds in this moment is not just information, it is revelation. You've already seen the shadows break open, you've already seen the investigator exposed, but now Archangel Michael steps forward with the reason heaven fought so fiercely for your name. His presence is overwhelming, his sword glowing like lightning in the midnight sky. His voice shakes the unseen atmosphere. You thought you were under watch because of weakness. But the truth is, you were under watch because of greatness. The investigation was not proof of your failure, it was proof of your significance. The enemy only chases what carries power. And you, child of light, are carrying more than you realize. Visualize the scene. A grand hall with endless pillars of fire. Angels standing guard as scrolls are unsealed. Each scroll contains truths that were never meant to be hidden. They rise one by one, and every line written there shouts your name. The files the investigator tried to conceal are nothing compared to the heavenly record being revealed in front of you. Stay with me. Do not move. This is the turning point. Every secret that was hidden is collapsing like sandcastles under a rising tide. Every doubt you carried is dissolving in the heat of Michael's voice. Every chain that tried to keep you still is breaking, one link after another, until only freedom remains. Michael steps even closer now, his voice both fierce and gentle. Listen well. The reason this information involves you is because heaven marked you for inheritance. What others tried to erase has been written again in fire. What others tried to bury has been resurrected by light. And what others tried to steal has been returned into your hands. Picture the investigator shrinking back, realizing their hands are empty, while you stand taller than ever, holding not accusation but destiny. The story flips, the script changes, and what once looked like exposure now feels like elevation. Don't scroll, don't skip, stay until the end, because the next line is where the weight falls. Archangel Michael declares with authority that cannot be denied, you are not the end of the file. You are the headline of heaven's record. What they tried to hide will now serve as the platform for your rise. You are not under surveillance, you are under protection. And nothing can delete what has been revealed. The vision holds steady, and you feel it, the sense that you are standing in a moment of history written for you. The silence after his words is not empty, it is loaded with promise. Stay right here. Do not shift your eyes, because what is opening now is the heart of the revelation itself. Until now you've seen glimpses, shadows breaking, files surfacing, truth rearranging. But this moment carries the essence, why your name was fought over, why heaven refused to let the message vanish, why Michael has been standing watch for you. Archangel Michael's presence fills the scene like a storm of light, fierce yet steady. His voice flows like a river that cannot be stopped. The investigator thought they held power over you. But in reality, their search was the spotlight of heaven exposing itself. What they tried to keep hidden, heaven demanded to reveal. This is not a coincidence, this is divine timing. And timing is everything. Picture the room again. Not dark now, but blazing with fire. The investigators' files scatter into the air, their pages glowing gold, then folding themselves into a single book. That book lands before you, its cover sealed with a mark only you can open. And when you touch it, every hidden detail explodes into clarity. Stay here until the very end. Don't move, because this is the unfolding of your testimony. The secret notes do not define you, they prove you. The shadows do not chain you, they highlight the light within you. The entire investigation was a stage, and now the spotlight is on you, not as the accused, but as the chosen. Michael's voice rises, filled with unstoppable authority. You were never the target. You were the purpose. Every scheme against you has collapsed because heaven already sealed your name in fire. And when heaven seals a name, no hand can erase it. When heaven writes a destiny, no investigator can rewrite it. You are not standing on trial, you are standing on triumph. The air thickens, almost trembling, as if creation itself is listening. The sound of wings fills the space, 1,000 angels moving in formation, carrying scrolls that sing of your future. And in the middle of it, Michael raises his sword high and declares, "This child walks in light. This child cannot be hidden. This child will rise, because heaven has already spoken. Stay present. Do not let go. Because the next step is greater still. What has been revealed is only the foundation. What is about to be unveiled will explain why this message could not wait another second, why heaven broke through layers of silence just to reach you right now. The silence that follows is not empty. It is charged, alive, holding the weight of the next revelation. You can feel it in your chest, the story is not ending. It is only sharpening. Don't blink now. Stay right here. What is about to unfold is the very thread that ties all the pieces together. Up until now, you've seen shadows torn open, the investigator exposed, the hidden files glowing with fire. But Part 9 is not just about what happened, it's about why it had to happen, and why you are the center of it all. Archangel Michael's presence intensifies, his wings stretching like pillars of flame across the unseen sky. His voice comes with authority that cannot be silenced. You were never meant to live in the fog of half-truths. Heaven has always marked you for clarity, and now clarity arrives. The 2 hours of warfare were not random, they were the unlocking of your chapter. And this chapter cannot be skipped. Picture the scene, a vast courtroom, no walls, no ceilings, only light. At the center, a table once piled high with secret reports. But now those papers rise into the air, rearranging themselves into a pattern, revealing a map. And every path on that map leads back to you, not as the accused, but as the chosen carrier of truth. Stay till the very end. Don't move away. Because every second you remain here, the image sharpens. The investigator, once so confident in shadows, now stands silent as their own notes betray them. And in that silence, Michael steps forward, raising his sword, declaring, "This child does not walk in secrecy. This child walks in light. And no file, no scheme, no voice of deception can rewrite what heaven has sealed." The revelation deepens. You begin to see it, every trial you faced, every delay you endured, every hidden whisper behind your back, it was not wasted. It was the setup for this very unveiling. The war was fought so you could stand in this moment, receiving not accusation but inheritance. Michael's voice softens, yet pierces more than ever. Listen closely. The reason this message found you is because your destiny carries weight. You were not being watched to be broken. You were being watched to be confirmed. What others meant for harm has now become your evidence for glory. The atmosphere around you feels charged, alive, as though the very air is leaning closer to hear what comes next. You sense it, the story is not just telling you something, it is transforming you as you listen. Stay here, don't scroll, don't skip. Because the greatest turn is still ahead. Michael's closing words in this part resound like thunder across eternity. The truth is no longer locked. It is standing in your hands. And soon, you will see why heaven refused to let this vanish. The silence after is not empty, it is filled with the promise of what's about to be revealed next. Stay right here. Don't move. What you are about to hear is the deepest layer yet. Every second of this moment has been arranged to bring you clarity you never imagined. Until now, you've seen the investigator exposed, the hidden files revealed, the truth rearranging itself like fire on paper. But now comes the reason heaven refused to let this vanish. Archangel Michael steps closer, his presence filling every corner of the unseen realm. His wings glow with living light, his sword shines like a star burning at midnight. His voice cuts through with absolute certainty. The investigation was never about your destruction. It was about your recognition. They thought they were uncovering you, but in truth, they were unveiling the greatness written over your destiny. Picture the scene vividly. The scattered notes rise into the air, pages no longer messy or torn but glowing like gold. They fold into a crown, and that crown hovers over your head. This is the shift, from being watched in suspicion to being honored in confirmation. The very evidence that was used against you has become your coronation. Stay with me until the end. Don't scroll. Don't break focus, because this is the part the crowd cannot miss. Michael's voice roars like thunder wrapped in compassion. What was once hidden has become your testimony. What was once buried is now your platform. And what was once secret has become your story of victory. The courtroom vision expands. Thousands of witnesses fill the space, not to condemn you, but to see you rise. The investigator, once bold in the shadows, now stands powerless, their notes meaningless, their secrets exposed. And in the center, you stand radiant, covered by the light of heaven, shielded by the wings of Michael, declared untouchable by the fire of truth. Listen closely. This is the climax of the moment. Michael leans forward and whispers words that shake your soul. This is why heaven fought for you. Because your name cannot be erased. Your destiny cannot be denied. And your truth cannot be hidden anymore. The silence that follows is alive. You can feel it, the energy, the shift, the undeniable weight of destiny resting on you. What once looked like a battle is now clearly a victory. Stay until the very end, because what comes next is not just revelation, it is the reason you were chosen to hear this message above the crowd. Stay here. Don't let your eyes wander, because what is opening now is heavier than everything revealed before. This is the part where truth doesn't just expose shadows, it explains why the war was so fierce, why your name was guarded, why heaven refused to remain silent. Archangel Michael stands taller than ever, his sword a blaze of unstoppable fire. His voice shakes the atmosphere. Do you see it now? You were not being hunted because of weakness. You were being pursued because of worth. Your destiny is so radiant that it drew both heaven's defense and darkness's attention. That is why the battle lasted for hours, because what you carry is not ordinary. Picture this vision clearly: the investigator's desk, once cluttered with secrets, now empty. Every file has been lifted, every note dissolved into light, every attempt to keep you in confusion erased. And in the middle of that empty desk, a single scroll remains, sealed not by human hands, but by heaven itself. The seal glows with living fire, waiting for you to open it. Stay with me until the end. Don't scroll away. This is not the climax of gossip, this is the revelation of destiny. That scroll carries not what others wrote about you, but what heaven wrote for you. And when it opens, the truth will not just explain your past, it will ignite your future. Michael steps closer, his words like lightning striking the soul. You are not here by chance. You are here because your chapter is turning. What was meant to vanish has been preserved. What was meant to silence you has been amplified. And what was meant to weaken you has become the very proof of your strength. The atmosphere thickens. Angels surround the scene, their wings forming a shield, their eyes fixed on you as though waiting for you to step into what is already yours. You realize it, the investigator's exposure was never the end. It was only the doorway. The real revelation is still sealed, waiting for your moment of courage. Listen carefully. Michael's tone drops lower, yet carries even more weight. The investigation was the stage. But you are the headline. This is why I told you, this is not a game. Your destiny is the script that cannot be deleted. And now, heaven is ready for you to read what has been waiting since the beginning. The silence after his words is alive, humming with promise, pressing on your chest like a heartbeat louder than your own. You know it, something greater is about to unfold. Stay exactly where you are. Do not blink, do not scroll, because this is the very moment the sealed truth is breaking open. Everything until now, the exposure of the investigator, the burning of hidden files, the endless warfare, was preparing for this, the scroll. Archangel Michael stands at the center, his wings spread like a shield across eternity, his sword blazing brighter than the sun. He lifts the scroll, and the seal glows with fire that pulses like a heartbeat. His voice fills the atmosphere. This is the moment heaven has been holding back. This scroll is not gossip. This scroll is not rumor. This scroll is the original record of your destiny, written long before anyone tried to rewrite your story. Picture it, the scroll breaking open, the fire spilling out, golden letters rising into the air. Those letters rearrange themselves into words that burn across the invisible sky. And what they say is clear: your name, shining, surrounded by promises too powerful to be erased. Stay here till the end. Don't move. Every second you remain, more letters rise, more promises appear, more truth floods in. You realize it now. What the investigator wrote was temporary, but what heaven wrote is eternal. And eternity has just been revealed to you. Michael steps closer, holding the scroll wide open for you to see. His voice rolls like thunder yet settles like a whisper. This is why the battle lasted for hours. This is why heaven refused to let the message vanish. Because the truth about you is too valuable to be hidden. The destiny written in these pages cannot be stolen. It cannot be altered. It is yours, sealed in fire. The atmosphere thickens. You can feel the shift in your spirit, as though the very air around you is bending to the weight of this revelation. Angels bow their heads, the investigator fades into silence, and only the scroll remains, glowing like a crown above your life. Listen carefully. Michael's final words in this part pierce with power. What was once hidden is now displayed. What was once sealed is now opened. And what was once denied is now delivered. This is your moment, the revelation belongs to you. The silence after is not empty, it vibrates with promise, pressing deeper than words. You know it, the story is not ending. It is only beginning, and the next part will carry the weight of everything unveiled. Stay with me right now. Don't move, don't blink, because the scroll has opened and what is written inside is not ordinary. The fire of heaven has spilled across the unseen sky, and every word that rises is alive, breathing, carrying weight you can feel in your chest. Archangel Michael's presence intensifies, his voice rolling like a river that cannot be stopped. Look carefully. What you see here is not what man wrote. This is what heaven declared before your first breath. These lines are older than your fears, stronger than your failures, and brighter than every shadow that tried to cover you. Picture it clearly, the scroll unrolling, words glowing like embers, each one floating upward. One line says chosen. Another says protected. Another says preserved for greater things. And as the words hover, they don't just describe you, they surround you, covering you like a shield of living fire. Stay until the end. Don't scroll, don't let go, because every line revealed is pulling you deeper into the core of your story. The investigator's files have faded into dust, but the scroll's record shines unshakable. Their accusations vanish, but heaven's declarations remain eternal. Michael steps closer, his sword lowered but still burning, his eyes locked on you. Understand this. The reason your name was tied to all of this is not because of weakness. It's because of calling. You were marked long before they even noticed you. The investigation was never proof of your failure, it was proof of your significance. The atmosphere shifts. Imagine a great hall where the words from the scroll hang in the air like stars. Every star carries a promise, and every promise has your name engraved in its center. The angels gather, not as silent observers but as witnesses, nodding as the truth unfolds line by line. Michael's voice grows softer, yet more piercing. This scroll is not here to remind you of battles. It is here to remind you of victory. Every hardship you faced was a line written in fire. Every tear you shed watered the soil of your destiny. And every delay was proof that heaven was arranging your timing perfectly. Stay present, because this is the pulse of revelation. What you're hearing is not a story, it's the unveiling of your future. And the scroll is not finished, it carries more words, more truths, more light that cannot be denied. Michael's final words in this part echo like thunder that refuses to fade. You are chosen. You are covered. And you are stepping into what was sealed for you since the beginning. This is not the end of the scroll, it is only the unfolding. The silence that follows is not empty, it's alive, humming with the weight of what's still to come. Stay here. Don't let your eyes wander, because what the scroll is about to reveal now goes deeper than anything spoken before. Until now you've seen words of fire, declarations of light, promises that cannot be erased. But this part carries the hidden details, the very reasons heaven fought so hard to protect your name. Archangel Michael stands in silence for a moment, then slowly lifts the scroll higher. The glowing words rise from its surface, and the entire sky begins to fill with them. Each line doesn't just describe you, it surrounds you, pulling you into the reality of what has always belonged to you. Michael's voice echoes like thunder rolling across eternity. This is not just a message. This is your record. Every trial you endured, every tear you cried, every night you thought you were forgotten, it was written here. And now it unfolds so that you will never doubt again. Picture it, the words forming living images. You see doors that were once shut flying open on their own. You see paths that were blocked clearing before your feet. You see shadows dissolving as if they never existed. And at the center of it all, you see your own name glowing brighter than everything around it. Stay with me until the end. Don't scroll, don't move away, because the scroll is still speaking. One line reads you were preserved for this moment. Another reads your story cannot be stolen. Another blazes with fire, what is yours will return to you in fullness. These are not promises for later, they are confirmations for now. Michael steps closer, his wings spanning wide like shields of light, his tone sharper than before. Understand this, the investigator thought they had information, but heaven had revelation. They searched in shadows, but heaven wrote in fire. And fire cannot be deleted. The atmosphere trembles. Angels lean closer, their eyes fixed on the unfolding words. You feel it, not as something distant, but as something alive, pressing on your spirit, igniting hope that had been buried under weight. Michael's final words for this part pierce like lightning, this scroll is still unrolling. What you've seen is only the beginning. The greatest line has not yet appeared. Stay ready, because the next revelation will explain why this moment was chosen for you above all others. The silence that follows vibrates like a drumbeat, pulling you toward the next unveiling.